Hi, everybody. Someone's napping. But I'm going to read anyway. I'm going to start with chapter 17 of The Collector. When my heart started beating again, it was hammering like a drum. "What'd you say your aunt's name was again?" I asked. "Oh, I didn't. Her name is Tilda Morgenstern. I call her Auntie T." I sighed in relief. It wasn't Beryl. We were safe. Vanessa didn't notice my reaction. She was already at the front door, putting her shoes on. Anna cast me a wide-eyed gaze. She also knew we weren't supposed to be here. These woods were dangerous, and Anna had a doll. 2 strikes against us. "There's a shortcut between our houses," Vanessa said. "It goes right through the woods. We can be there in 5 minutes." "No," I said a little too loudly. I looked at Anna. "Sorry, I think we'd better take the long way." I tried to think fast. "My mom said it was tick season." Vanessa smiled. "City people," she said. But unlike when the kids at school said it, she didn't sound rude. I could tell she was just joking. "Okay then, the long way it is. I'll walk with you. I don't want you getting lost." She made spooky hand gestures. "The woods can be a scary place." Then she giggled and patted Anna on the shoulder. I tried to chuckle too, but I couldn't. A part of me felt silly for being scared of the woods and believing Grandma Jeannie. Another part of me felt I should be taking this more seriously. I decided that taking Grandma Jeannie seriously would mean losing Vanessa as a friend, and right now, I needed a friend more than I needed to follow Grandma's rules. Anna and I were going to have a lot of secrets to keep. It took about 20 minutes for us to get back home. Once we left the grove where Vanessa lived, the path opened up and was sunny again. It was easy to forget that we were apparently in dangerous territory, or at least in territory my grandmother thought was dangerous. Now that it was daylight, I couldn't figure out why I'd allowed myself to be scared of the woods. It was just trees and birds and sunshine. Maybe I wouldn't follow Grandma Jeannie's rules too closely, especially if we were going to be living with her for a long time. I did make sure that Anna hid the doll in her backpack the moment we got to the main path. I didn't want to risk Grandma Jeannie's anger, and who knew if Mom would be driving past. It wouldn't surprise me if Mom was driving around looking for us, or she would just be keeping an eye out. We didn't see her, though, and Vanessa dropped us off before the winding drive leading to Grandma's house. "Do you want to come in?" Anna asked. "No, thanks," Vanessa replied warmly. "I need to get back and make dinner for my aunt. I'll see you at school tomorrow, and sweet dreams tonight, Anna." She winked at me in a way that seemed to say, "Hopefully now you'll get a full night's sleep." I hope so, too. We watched her walk back the long way. I wondered what the path through the woods was like, if it was anything at all like the one from my dream, and if I'd ever feel brave enough to take it. "Don't tell anyone about the doll," I told Anna the moment Vanessa was far enough away, "and definitely don't say we were in the woods." It was a risk telling her that. She was really bad at keeping secrets, and even more so when she was told to keep them. But hopefully she understood how important this was. If you do, they'll take the doll away and we'll never see Vanessa again. "I don't want us to go back there," Anna said. She took my hand and squeezed it tight, then started walking toward the house. It was scary. Scary? You didn't want to leave. She just shrugged and let go of my hand, skipping toward the house. Mama just stepped out of the front door, sun tea in her hands. Sometimes my little sister could be so strange. I stood there for a moment, watching the two of them talk. I felt a little silly because I was jealous of Anna for getting a present from Vanessa. She was supposed to be my friend, but I knew the gift was, in a way, actually for me. This way, I'd have the room to myself again, and my sister would be out of my hair. It was pretty genius. I was starting to realize that I had just gotten swept up in my grandmother's stories. There really wasn't anything in the woods. There was no Beryl. If there had been, Vanessa surely would have mentioned her. It was all just make-believe. It was all just a story my grandmother had made up and started to believe herself. "Dinner's almost ready," my mom called. My stomach rumbled even though I'd had a few cookies. I was starving. Then a breeze blew across my back, carrying the sound of crackling leaves and snapping branches and the scent of old dirt. That and another sound. The sound of a woman hissing my name. I didn't look back. I jogged all the way to the front door. Even if it was just my imagination, I felt a lot safer inside. Ooh, this is getting good. I'll keep on reading. Chloe's still taking her little nap. Chapter 18. How was your friend's house? Mom asked us at dinner. I looked at Anna, fully expecting her to talk about the dolls and how creepy it was. But instead she said, it was fun. Vanessa was really nice. Her aunt even made us cookies. Mom tried to look disapproving, but she couldn't help but smile. Cookies before dinner, she said. That will ruin your appetite. Anna answered by taking a big bite of lasagna and making loud, happy noises as she chewed. I rolled my eyes. What about you, Josie? Will you be hanging out with Vanessa more? She seemed very sweet. Maybe you could invite her over to dinner sometime. I knew I should have felt happy that Mom was offering, but I didn't. I glanced at Grandma Jeannie, who was eating her food silently. Yeah, I said, I thought maybe she could come over this weekend. If she came over for a slumber party, there was a better chance we could just hide up in my room until Grandma went to sleep. That'd be fun, Mom said. How about you, I asked. Any luck on your job hunt? Mom smiled again, but this time I could tell she was forcing it. Not yet, she said, but that's okay. It's been good to catch up with your grandma. Beryl Lafarge is watching, Grandma said. She raised a forkful of lasagna to her lips, but didn't bite it. Her hand shook. The food fell onto the plate. Nobody's watching us, Mom assured her. It's just us here. But Grandma wasn't having it. Beryl is watching, she insisted. She's angry. She's hungry. She'll attack soon. Mom looked at me and then at Anna, whose eyes were wide with fear. For some reason, I thought of the doll tucked safely in Anna's backpack. Mom? My mom began. Grandma stood up quickly, knocking over her chair and her glass, spilling sun tea all over the table. I have to protect you. I have to. Mom was there in a second. She put her hands on Grandma's shoulders. Come on, Mom. Now, let's get you to bed. Can't sleep. Beryl comes in the night. I hear her knocking against the windows. She's after the girls. She's mad I'm protecting them. She'll attack soon. Mom led Grandma away, and Grandma muttered about Beryl the entire time. It was only when they both left the room that I realized my own hands were shaking. Anna, I whispered, but Anna didn't stick around. She jumped up from the table, grabbed her book bag, and ran upstairs to her bedroom. I thought I heard her crying. I sat there for a while. My hunger was gone, and my hands wouldn't stop shaking. I couldn't stop looking out the window at the coming sunset. Beryl comes in the night. It was all just a story Grandma made up. It was all just made up. So why couldn't I stop staring out the window for fear that someone was staring back? Why, when I finally left the table and brought my plate into the kitchen, did I worry that tonight was the night I discovered just how terrible this Beryl Lafarge really was? Worse, did I worry that, despite her assurance otherwise, Vanessa was somehow involved? Ooh, one more page of this chapter. But that was ridiculous. Vanessa was my friend. She gave the doll to Anna to make her feel better. Vanessa was on our side, right? I think Vanessa is up all in the business, and they shouldn't have broken the rules of the house. Well, till next time. Oh, glad Chloe stuck around for these chapters. I'll see you for chapter 19.